This is the Lockpicker 1969, and welcome to my channel, and welcome to the next episode of Challenge Lock Workshop. Today I thought I would go into a little bit about pin making, specifically about needle files. Now, needle files, like many other tools that you're going to use to make pins for challenge locks, there's a wide variety from the very cheap to the much more expensive. I'm going to try and cover the gamut here a little bit with some of the different types of needle file sets I own, and essentially, why you would use each one and what my experience has been like using them. So from the basic sets to the diamond coated ones to the more advanced, more expensive files that are out there for making challenge lock pins. I'm not going to be doing any videos showing actually making pins. I intend to do that with a follow-up video for the Challenge Lock Workshop. So today I just want to provide some information and give some people ideas in what they might like to obtain for their challenge lock pin making efforts. So let's dive in. All right, so let's dive into some very basic needle files that you can get out there from a number of different sources. I'm going to cover a set from Harbor Freight, a couple from Home Depot, and one set that I had picked up from Amazon, and we'll just go through each one of those. So the first set is from Harbor Freight, and it's relatively inexpensive. It's at just under $4. It's a 12-piece set, and essentially comes in this little case. The files themselves cover a number of different profiles and sizes, but they have plastic handles. These will work in a pinch for you if you want to get a set of, and has some variety here, everything from some flat files to edged, square or triangle type files, to do different kinds of things you're going to want to do when you're playing around with making pins. But it does offer a number of different sizes in the actual needle files, which is the round needle files, which is really nice. Not a bad set. I used this quite a bit early on, and I'm always looking for tools, especially ones as inexpensive as these are. I mean, $4, come on. So that's those. The next set is from Home Depot. I don't recall the actual cost, and I'll be honest, I can't find this listed on their website anymore, but I know I've picked up a couple of sets of these. They are a nice set of files. You basically have one universal handle that uses a kind of a, a grommet or a chuck to put the file in. The only thing I didn't really care for in this set, however, was that it did seem like it was difficult to get this really tightened down really, really well. And they really don't offer you anything but one rounded needle file, and it isn't very thin. So your mileage may vary, but frankly, I think this was approximately $14-15, and quite frankly, I don't find myself using this one very much. I don't like dealing with the file coming loose from the chuck or the grommet very, very often. So yeah, we'll set that one aside. Next, though, is another file set. It's considered a Swiss pattern needle file set. It's a 12-piece set. And it does have a pretty decent variety, but it does also have the same type of setup where you're having to tighten the grommet there, which is not unusual for needle file sets, but this set does have a wide variety of different types of profiles. And let's see here, two actual round needle files for really getting in there and making, but it does offer some other profiles which can be kind of useful. I have used this set on occasion. Again, though, What I don't care for is that this grommet doesn't seem to really tighten exceptionally well without using a pair of pliers or something to tighten it even further to make sure it doesn't come loose while you're using it. So not a bad little set, comes in a nice little case, and it runs approximately $17. And again, this one is from Home Depot. You can purchase it right, I think you purchase it off their website as opposed to in the store, but hey, who knows what they carry and when. So last but not least, a set that I have really loved that I did get off of Amazon. It's not inexpensive, but well worth the money. It's actually a set of 12 files. It's by Grobit USA. I had come across these on somebody's post on, I believe it was either Facebook or Reddit or somewhere, but they do not have handles. However, if you have another like tool that can be used to put these into a handle, then you're all set. Probably you could possibly even take one of the handles from the previous two sets that I showed. It does have at least a couple of rounded needle files, which are nice. And this is, in my opinion, a much higher quality set of files. For what, $67.50 from Amazon. Everything I'm going to be showing you today will have some kind of link, except for this Husky set, which is I was not able to find. But everything else I will be linking during this video or in the description of this video. So that about sums up the different file sets, from the most inexpensive, which quite useful little set of 12 files for $4, to the $14 set, which frankly, while I do have a couple of them because I just didn't know any better at the time, I would not recommend these Husky, the ones in the plastic case. It's too limited in what you can do with it. This general set is definitely a step up, but at almost $17, you have to choose. If you want to move up to something at a much higher end quality file, like a Grobit, then you're going to pay a bit more for that, but quite frankly, it's not a bad choice. Anyways, on to the next set of files. Alright, so this next set of files that I'm going to go through, I'm going to classify as diamond coated. They definitely serve a purpose for if you're working with like steel pins, if you want more aggressive filing when you're working with pins. So the most basic set, again, you can get from Arbor Freight. These are diamond coated, and there's at least 2 of the rounded needle file with relatively not terribly small ends to work with. You want a really fine tip end to work with when you're working on pins, but these at roughly $7 for this set, they're not too bad, and I have found them quite useful at times. So yep, these are from Arbor Freight. So $7, definitely these will do for you in a pinch if you're getting started in making pins. And then next is a set I purchased from Amazon, which quite frankly, there's 2 needle files. I didn't see this. This was for $7.99. I didn't see this as being that much of an improvement over this set here from Arbor Freight, but I have used them a couple times, mostly the needle files, and they will work, but obviously the handles are much smaller, and I found it a little bit more difficult to work with, to be honest. But so that's that set from Amazon. Now, a nice hybrid regular and diamond coated set I found from Amazon was this Liberation or Liberton. Comes in a nice case. You actually get a set of some regular files, but only one needle file, and then you get some that are also diamond coated. Basically, they're a mirror image of one another as far as what's here, and then a brush for cleaning up your files, which is kind of a nice touch, but not a bad little set. Same kind of small handles like you see on this set, but they, having some versatility with this to have the diamond and the regular is kind of a nice thing to have. So, but this set did cost a bit more. It was just under $18, and I do use it on occasion. It's been nice to have in my tool set. So, anyways, those are the diamond coated ones that I have purchased. Again, diamond coats are nice to have for certain applications. Are they necessary in all? No, they're not. But they do come in handy once in a while, and it's nice to have the diamond coated files to work with. On to the next. All right, so these are the files that I finally moved to. They came recommended from a number of different people that use them for making pins, and I absolutely love these. The quality is just right over the top, but it does come at a price. This needle square file here runs. It's basically a cut zero, and it runs approximately 1744. These are Glerdon-Vallorby files. The handle does not come with them. I did purchase these separately, and I did find that these handles are amazing at holding any files that you want to put in here and tighten them down. The knob here allows you to tighten or loosen the file in the handle, and the grip is significantly much better. So definitely can highly recommend that. Then we move into the round needle files. There's actually these two that I purchased. They're slightly different thicknesses. Basically, this is the thinner of the two. One is a cut 0. The other one's this is the cut 2. And it gets so fine on here. It really allows you to get in there and work on pins. I can't tell you what a game changer these types of files are. However, this one runs just under $14 for the file, and this one here runs just under $15 for the cut 2. Again, the handles are not included, but I purchased the handles to really give me kind of that extra grip that I really need. Now, there's a half round one here that does work really well for creating some curves on your pins and that sort of thing. It's got a nice tip. This is also a Glerdon-Vallorby file. All the ones here are the Glerdon-Vallorby. This runs approximately $18 for this file. Very fine, very fine file. Does some great stuff. And then last but not least is the pillar, needle pillar. This is a cut 2. This was also a cut 2 on this half round. But this is a flat file. I've used this quite a bit for things. It does a great job, high quality, but you are going to pay just under $14 for this file alone. The handles, these are Nicholson. They're also available on Amazon. They're called universal handles. They cost approximately $10 a piece. So, but because you can basically interchange whatever files you want with them, I highly recommend this handle. It's extremely versatile, and it can hold any number of tools. This does open up significantly, so if I was to, let's say, we'll take this one out. Turning this loosens it up to the point where I can take the file out. It's going to make a liar out of me. There we go. You can take the file out, and then this can open up to accommodate quite a wide different varieties of files. But these are awesome. Can't recommend them enough. And you just simply hold it in place, clamp it back down. Once you get it down a little bit, you want to straighten it out, make sure it's perfectly straight. and tighten it. Once you've got it straight, then tighten it the rest of the way, and that file is not going anywhere. Anyways, these are what I use now to do pins. Can't say enough good things about them. They are expensive, but they're worth every single penny. If I was to recommend only getting 2 or 3 of these 5 that I purchased, I would definitely recommend the Cut Zero in the round. This is perfect for working on pins. These will last a long time. The quality of the Velour Bay needle files is just out there. Possibly the Cut 2 on the needle file, the round needle file, is probably a nice option, but you can get away with the Cut Zero for making pins. Then you've got the more squared needle file, which is nice. It allows you to do a number of different things, and then either one or the other of these is a useful tool, especially if you want to do some flat filing onto a pin, like you're making spools or something of that nature. Then this is a good way to go. This is your needle pillar. Then this here, it has a nice point, so you can kind of actually work on pins with fine cuts, and then you can actually move it to a more rounded thing if you were doing something with a pin that had more of a rounded shape into it. Anyways, that's all the files that I was going to review and look at today and suggest. I hope you found this review interesting, and hopefully this information has helped some of you out that are looking at making pins and taking it to the next level. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the content in this episode. If you are currently a subscriber, thank you. If you are not yet a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications and all, and hit like on the video. And thank you for watching.